All right. Hey, everybody. Kendra Schwartz, Ambassador Diamond here. And I know a few of you are still hopping on the call right now. For some reason, I sound like a man, like my voice is all raspy. So I apologize for that. I look like crazy too. The lighting is not good in here, but I didn't want to leave the couch. I have my office set up in the living room right now, and I didn't want to move into my office. So this is what you guys get. I just wanted to say thank you so much for getting on. I always get so much out of these Zooms when I hear other people talk. And tonight we are just going to have a little bit of a more of a deeper conversation. So for some of those of you that are new, that are on this Zoom tonight, might be a little raw and real for you, but I hope you guys still take some nuggets away as well. Hi, Marshall. Good to see you, mister. Must be little man's in bed. Hi. So what I wanted to talk about tonight is a lot of the kids are getting out of summer right now. All of our lives are about to get flipped upside down. Am I right? A lot of us, our schedules change. Our kids are home with us. It's different. Maybe daycares for the kids because you're still working and they're going, somebody has them during the day for you. And summer can be a blessing if you let it, but summer can also be a distraction. And so what I want to do tonight is to really just get you guys to laser focus in on what your goals are for the business, what you want out of this, and to set yourself up for success this summer. Because summer can be one of two ways. I've been in the business now 5 years, and this will be my 5th summer in the business. And it's crazy because I've worked my tail off during the summer and I've taken summers off. And I promise you, I have moved farther in the company. My volume has grown. My team has grown. I've been able to impact so many more people when I've stayed consistent and worked through the summer. And I'm not talking about, not going on family vacations and, not doing that fun stuff. But we just have to figure out a way that it's going to work for us. And, with that, we have summer family events and different things that are planned that we're going to, and we don't want to take our It Works hat off when it comes to those types of situations. Just like in Atlanta, it had nothing to do with It Works when Ryan and I went down there last week. But guess what? I had a stack of Blitz cards with me. I had gift bags ready to go for the wives that were there. I had, wraps on me. I sold wraps while I was there and stuff because I incorporate this into my daily life. And I know that the more seeds that I plant on a daily basis, the more that I'm going to harvest down the road. And I think for those of us that have been in the business, even like Stephanie Butler, Bree, Meredith, we've all been in this business a while. And, sometimes when we sign up, a lot of people, we forget to be planting those seeds. So this is true whether you're a brand new distributor in this business or if you have been in for 5 years like I have. We have to be consistently planting those seeds because harvest season is just a side note. It's just a median of what we're doing on a daily basis. And, I don't know what your numbers look like as far as ratios, how many people you need to talk to on a daily basis in order to get a yes. But we need to make sure that when we are in that harvesting, having wrap parties, having, expos, events, things like that, that we don't take our foot off the pedal, because I know that I myself get caught up in that. I get caught up in training new distributors, running with them, and then I forget to plant those seeds, and then you might hit, a dry pocket or feel a little let down that you haven't completed those steps of success yet by the 15th of the month or something. So we want to make sure that we have the right mindset. One of the biggest things that I really want to talk about is, everybody builds their business so differently. I don't know, we might have a few people on that are primarily building through social media, but most of us are building this business belly to belly. And we had a Zoom with Pam Souter earlier today. And we need to be focusing on getting those wraps on people. You guys hear this, I say this all the time, but how exciting is it when you do a wrap party and you put a wrap on a belly and you take that wrap off that belly in 45 minutes and they have results. Doesn't that feel good? Doesn't that bring like amazing excitement to you? And it fuels that fire and it fills your cup. And if you're not getting wraps on tummies, I'm willing to bet that you are not feeling as good in this business as the day you started. That's just real. Because I got in that funk. I went last year at the end of the year, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You guys have heard me say this before, but I was really trying to work the whole Instagram, the social media, that kind of stuff. But that's not how I built my business from day one. I built my business doing wrap parties, getting wraps on tummies, and seeing those results, because that's what built my belief in this business. If you're not taking the products and you're not seeing the results for other people and hearing their feedback, you are probably feeling a little bit stuck or not moving as quickly as you want to. So that is one thing that we need to get back to doing. You know, I want you guys to ask yourself, and you don't have to tell us, but you know, when was the last time you wrapped someone? When was the last time you got a wrap on a tummy and seen those results and seen their excitement? If it's been a while, if it's been a couple of weeks, it's time for you to get a wrap on a tummy, because that is going to bring you right back to having that fire and that passion for this business. You know, we have wow. We can put wow on people when we're at the grocery store. You know, so we have to get back to the basics in this business. And the more people that you're going to wrap, the more success you're going to have, because, you know, your teams are going to start growing. You're going to gather those lifelong loyal customers and not just those people that are doing you favors. You know, of course, when we're signing up, you know, we ask for product testers right away. Hey, be a 90-day product tester for me. I would love your honest feedback, but we really want to make sure that we're getting people on the products lifelong, because they are life changing. But again, if you're not taking them yourself and you don't have that auto ship on and you're not being consistent yourself, your passion is going to dwindle, and therefore your business is going to suffer as well. And so, you know, I want you guys to take a look at that, no matter what spectrum you're on, whether you guys are on a high right now in your business. You know, I know Stephanie Butler, you went diamond a couple months ago, and you're on a super high in your business, and I'm sure you still are. And we have some other people that have been on that maybe have been on the same rank, you know, in this business for, you know, a year or two, and it's okay. But we just have to do those things on a daily basis. And we need to be sure that we are holding ourselves accountable as well, because I feel like so many times, you know, we get caught up in life, or, you know, I've talked to 10 people a day and nobody's interested in the products or the business, and we can really get caught up in that. But it's up to us to make sure that we have our mindset in the right place, and we are booking those parties and we are getting in front of people. You know, for those of you that, you know, work this business full time, you know, get your personal stuff out of the way in the morning. If it is, you know, you work out, you go to the gym, you know, you do those things, maybe you need to go get your mani-pedi, whatever it is, get that stuff out of the way in the morning. So that way you're able to focus on your business in the afternoon. And this business doesn't need to be a 10-hour-a-day business. You need to make sure that you are focusing your time and your energy on completing tasks and getting them done, you know, whether that's, you know, sending out personal messages to people that liked and commented on your post, you know, tackling that 100s list, whatever that is, spend, you know, a good solid 20 minutes to do that. We're not talking about doing that over 3 hours. You know, if you get distracted in Facebook, then don't even get on Facebook, just get on Messenger, get on email, get on text, whatever it is that is going to allow you to be, super goal oriented and get that tackled right away. That's what you need to be doing. And, you know, we can work this business at any hours of the day, but I think that the more intentional we can become with our time and the more that we can laser focus, the better our results are going to be. Sorry guys, I have a bunch of notes here. Let's see here. Another thing, in this business too, and it's kind of been weighing on my heart, because I feel like when we've been in this business for, let's say you guys have been in for 4 or 5 months even, maybe you're brand new, maybe you've been in for years, but sometimes we start to lose confidence in ourselves and the company, because maybe we're not moving as fast as we wanted. You know, we have big God-sized goals and dreams at the beginning of this, of whatever our goal is, whether it's to make $500 a month or it's to replace your income and be able to go full time, we have to be fearless, and we have to know that we have our hands on the best compensation plan in this industry. And you have to know that through and through. There is no other company that is paying out the amount of income that It Works is. We are the number one company that pays their distributors as well as they do. And you guys can all be up at the top of those ranks. This company hasn't even come close to peaking yet. You guys are in at the best time, and you have to understand that compensation plan enough to know what you have your hands on. Those fast start bonuses, if you know that you need to get a fast start bonus, every single week so you can provide groceries for your family and diapers, then that's what you need to do. You need to be completing those steps of success and signing up one distributor every single week so you can get those fast start bonuses. You need to be, getting wraps on tummy so that you have distributors to be bringing in this business down the road once they get your vision and your passion. And you have to stay positive, and it's all about a mindset. I think so many times that we, maybe feel like we've hit a dry spell, or we're hoping and praying that this person joins our business because we just need one more spot. These are lives, so if you're charting for Ruby and you need that last person for that spot, pray for the right people and have confidence in our compensation plan. You're going to make those fast start bonuses. You are going to earn that wrap cash, and you're going to earn that residual income. Nowhere else are you going to be able to go to your boss and look them in the face and say, hey, in 5 years' time, I want to be able to make on average $30,000 a month. Can you promise me that? They're going to think you're crazy and probably put you on medical leave, because that's just not going to happen. This is not something that can normally happen. If you're a traditional business owner, then sure, you can control that as well, but we are as well. We are in control of everything that happens in our business on a daily basis. Commissions were just posted. Maybe you loved it. Maybe you wished it was a little bit higher, but that is solely up to you. You need to look over your activity and look over your calendar over the past month and see exactly what you did. How many wrap parties did you have? How many people did you get the wraps on? How many people did you really, really talk to? We're really good at being able to teach people how to do this, but are we doing it ourselves? Because I have a feeling a lot of people are saying probably not. Getting in this business in the first couple of months and getting to Ruby is really, really exciting. And I feel like a lot of people either get defeated if they don't get to that Ruby rank in those first 2 calendar months and hit that bonus, or they don't know what to do beyond that point. And that's where you need to regroup, reach back out to the sponsor that brought you in, or keep reaching up until you click with someone. And, have a conversation, have that powwow with them to really let them know what's on your heart and figure out a game plan to get you back in action, because this is what's going to boom your business. You guys all are sitting at the most opportune time in this company. When we started 5 years ago, it is not like it is today. Things are laid out. It's simple for us. All we have to do is go out and find 4 people that we come across in our daily lives, whether it's through social media or whether it's belly to belly, 4 people that want to be product testers. This is not rocket science. We just have to talk about it and have the passion and speak from the heart, because they're willing to listen. People want our products. They're life changing. And if you're not taking the products, I don't care if you're setting up an ADBV auto ship or not. As long as you're over 150, you're commission qualified. I would rather you guys be making sure that you're not putting your auto ship or your paycheck in jeopardy. I will never put my paycheck in jeopardy. I will always run that $80 auto ship. But if you can only afford a container of greens for the next couple of months, then that's what you do. You need to be on those products so that you can talk about it. If you look at yourself, and here's another thing that I want you guys to be accountable for. If you're looking, maybe at a couple of products that you have and you say, gosh, I really haven't used those in a while. Guess what? You have nothing to talk about, You can talk about how your results were from, maybe when you were taking them, but you've probably lost a lot of that passion since then. So it's really, really important that we know what we have our hands on with the products and this opportunity, and we are confident in that. If you're not confident yet because you haven't been in long enough, borrow our confidence, because I promise you, you will never find anything as good as it works in this direct selling community whatsoever. And I know a few of you have been in other direct sales companies before, and you're blown away with more and more of what you're uncovering with it works. And so really, it just comes back to you and what your daily activity is going to look like, and, holding yourself accountable, because I have to do this on a daily basis too. I can get caught up with, running my errands and stuff during the day because Jenna's here, and then I come home and I, feed the kids and we put them to bed and stuff. And by that point, I'm tired. I'm tired just like the rest of you guys. So there's a lot of times I'll lay down for 20 minutes. I'll shut off my phone. I just have 20 minutes to myself, and it rejuvenates me enough to get me through those next couple of hours, because I am running this business like a business. And just because it might not be happening overnight for you doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It doesn't mean that you are comparing yourself to anybody else that's on this journey. Everybody's on their own path. It's going to happen on their own time. But you guys need to make sure that you are putting in the effort and you're doing what you are asking your teams to do, because it starts with us. And that we always say the speed of the pack is the speed of the leader. And I work this business every single day. And if you tell me that you want to make a full-time income, but then you tell me that you want to sign 2 distributors this month, that's not going to get you that full-time income. We have steps to success in place for a reason. So maybe it could get you that full-time income in the next 6 to 8 months, but you're going to have to put the legwork in ahead of time. So I want you guys to really sit down. I want you to look at your goals, and I want you to be honest, and I want you to be vulnerable. And maybe even share those with us. Share those with your sponsor that brought you in. Share those with your diamond or above upline, and let us see what those are so that we can hold you accountable as well. So we can follow back up and say, hey, Meredith, I know that you said you were looking to sign, 2 distributors by the 15th. How are you doing on that? How many people have you talked to? How many wrap parties have you booked? Where can we help? Because maybe we can work on verbiage. Maybe we can work on getting a couple of, 3-way calls together or something like that. So there's power in picking somebody else's brain as well, because we are in business for ourselves, but not by ourselves by any means. And so we just definitely want to make sure that you guys are putting in the action in order to get the results that you're expecting and that you want to get. Is that fair? I have a couple other things that I want to say too, but I don't know if many of you have watched Sarah Rankin's video or not. Pam Souter had posted it, and I had seen it before, but I hadn't watched it all the way through. And what I do when I'm getting ready after, I shower in the morning and stuff, as soon as I'm done, I whip out my little Bose here, my It Works speaker, and I always either turn in podcasts or Zooms that people have recorded, or videos that people have posted. And Sarah Rankin's really, really hit me today. And what she said, and I'll post it for you guys in Legacy, but what she said was, stop playing it safe. Stop playing it safe. Who cares if you're posting on a daily basis or you're handing out coupons and people look at you like you have 3 heads? Who cares? Those aren't the people that you want in the business. There's other people out there that need our products, that want what we have, and we need to quit playing it safe. And this is myself included. If I haven't wrapped a tummy in a week or 2, and maybe I haven't signed a distributor in a week or 2, you start to lose your confidence. You start to be like, oh my goodness, am I going to sign anybody soon? And, we tend to start playing it safe because we start to second guess ourselves, and we need to stop. We are all worthy of reaching our goals and dreams. You guys are no different than I am. You guys are no different than Trisha Mayer, Stephanie Butler, Marsha Law, Bree. You guys are no different than what we are. We are just putting in the action and doing exactly what we're expected to do on a daily basis in order to get the results that we need to get our goals. And that's why tonight I posted, I'm like, it's going to be a little real talk for you guys. I don't want to put anybody on the spot, but Erin Mannebeck, do you mind if I put you on the spot? I don't see you moving. You might have been frozen. You might be froze. Do you mind if I put you on the spot really quick and just ask for some real talk tips here?
No, yeah. Am I frozen?
No, you're good. You were just
Okay.
looking down.
I was working
I know.
and listening.
That's what we do with moms. We multitask.
Multitask. Um, I shared with some team members today just some notes that I had taken down from the call that we had last night, and there was a lot in there. We do hear the same things, so across the board, every rank, just starting out, been in the business 5 years, whatever, we all have the same struggles. It's so important to stay connected with everybody, because everybody does have the same struggles. But the things that I took from that, I'm super real talk. Like, if somebody tells me they can't afford their 80 BV but they smoke cigarettes, I have no sympathy for you at all. And I'm sorry. Like, cigarettes are expensive. If you want to be a millionaire, you should probably quit smoking so you don't die and enjoy those millions. Just saying. I'm a former smoker. I quit. Greens, Confianza, rock and roll. But Debbie Sasek said this last night: marry your passion. And that, to me, like, really, it was like mind blown. So if your passion in this business is just to make some like wrap cash, just to make a few bucks, marry that, be committed to that, get that wrap on people. Show the people the difference. When Debbie Sasek started, 10 years ago, there was no pick stitch. There was no photo grid. I don't even think we had cell phones that took pictures. So it was like, get a quick little disposable, run to Walgreens real quick, hour processing, come back and be like, can you see the difference? Like, no, it doesn't happen. So it's like, we tend to really overcomplicate this whole thing. And when she said marry your passion, you can absolutely make anything work. Seriously. When I started this business, I had 4 jobs. I worked, and they were, it was 7 days a week, 12, 17 hours a day. I have 5 children. I needed a new life. And so I made it happen. There was a lot of sacrifices, but like Andy Boyd said this the best. It was my favorite. And this goes along with, staying connected and with your team. There's no such thing as sacrifice. It's all investments, because if you're going through the sour, to get to the sweet, it feels like sacrifice. But really, in the end, it's investing. Again, it's like, it sucks to quit smoking, because like when I quit, it was like I cried, like I lost like my best friend or something. It was like an appendage, but it was like, I'm sacrificing so much. And then at the end, I'm like, no, I just invested in my health. I invested in, something that's going to be greater. So, it's really to keep that in mind. And, if you do want something, that end result is so amazing. But just that really stuck out with me. It was the marrying your passion. And once you turn your mindset and make that commitment, everything changes. Like, okay, it sucks, but like, I'm going to do this because I know the sweet spot is there. So, changing your mindset is huge. Another thing that really, stood out for me, talking to Ashley Sinclair, she got to Ambassador Diamond in 7 months. And, and that's amazing. Like, she does say part of it was luck, but she had a huge network. So no matter what, like if she had, had two businesses on top of this. Her one business was, she was one, the people that we call to like book events. She was the person that we would call, and she was in charge of like the largest bridal event in her town. So it was like, as soon as she got her hands on that, which now I definitely know who I'm going after next time I book a show. Once she had her hands on that, she had everybody, all these vendors at her fingertips. She had a huge network, of people that she could reach out to. So if a network is something that you don't have when you're first starting out, you need to build that. And, like Kendra says, like everybody says, with the reaching out to people and the messaging them and getting over yourself and, stop being scared, whatever. If you have naysayers and you have haters and, whatever, go build a network. Start getting vendor events. Ask around to people, get involved in the PTO or PTA or whatever it is, and, build a network for yourself, because that's what this is. When I first started, I had a very good network in terms of, because I knew a lot of people at the jobs that I had, but also we moved around a lot when I was a kid. So I had a lot of, friends, because I went to, I went to like 5 different elementary schools, like 2 middle schools, 2 high schools. I knew a lot of people. So I had that, but I didn't so much have a warm market. So I really had to like dig in and build a network, so when I go to shows, like vendor shows and stuff, yes, of course I do lead slips and whatnot. And I try to get people to sign up, but I go there and I go and gather every single person's business card off of every single table. And I become friends with them. And I make the little goodie bags. And we just did an event that there was nothing really in that goodie bag except for a Blitz card. I got some organic suckers off of Amazon, because it's amazing. And it was like $20 for a 5-pound bag of suckers, and that's all stuff that's like tax write-offs. So it's just building that network. And when you do that, your business succeeds. You make the commitment, you marry your passion, and everything just kind of falls into place. This isn't instant. This isn't quick. But again, we only make up, as far as like saturation and everything, and we have the best compensation plan. We only make up 3% of the market. And the beauty of our business, you guys, is that we don't need anything to make any money. We have a website that we pay $20 for, that people can go to that website and they can order their products and their products come right to them. We don't have to hold stock in anything. You don't even need a business card. If somebody wants a business card and be like, oh, you know what? I actually just ran out. Can I text it to you? I have like all my information on my phone. Let me text you a picture of my business card. And now you have their information, they have your information, and you just you planted a seed without a card. Vendor shows, when I go to vendor shows, I set my table up with empty bottles and empty boxes and dollar store, picture frames with pictures in them. Very cheap, very cheap. And, no wraps. I think Kendra promoted during our wrap shortage. We didn't have wraps and she still promoted. So we literally don't need anything to make money in this business. If you can't afford that 80 BV auto ship, get a lip and eye cream and be a lip and eye cream before and after, and get people to order, because then you're commission qualified and you're making money off of your tax deducted lip and eye cream, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
one thing that you said last night when we were talking was that everything that you do is an income producing activity. And this is one thing that we need to look at ourselves as well. And, we can be on Facebook scrolling a news feed and liking and commenting and developing that relationship, but that's not necessarily an income producing activity. getting wraps on tummies, following up with leads, following up with people, making that conversation, booking those parties. Those are income producing activities. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do, what your income producing activities look like, and what's not an income producing activity that people usually think it is?
Um, I do, when I mail something, it doesn't matter if it's bills. In fact, I started mailing my bills. But I will mail catalogs to people. I can make up, like little flyers that I post at like grocery stores or whatever. Everything that leaves this house has a Blitz card on it. So if I need to mail anything, I make sure that I put a Blitz card. I tape it to the outside of my envelope. Blitz card, business card, anything. I get up in the morning and I post my secret post. And then if anybody has their birthday that day, I tell them happy birthday. I am now doing a Get Tight, Get Right challenge with 5 and now even more people where I am representing, obviously our products, but I'm also being a leader and showing people why I'm the difference, that, people should get things from me. People should look up to me. And so that, even just my 5-minute workout in my living room is an income producing activity. Telling someone happy birthday is an income producing activity. Now going on, I look through all of my old leads. Marshall actually posted something, I think it was a year ago, and he posted that he had checked in with this girl from a vendor show that he had done like a year or so prior. And he checked in with her like once every 2 months. And finally, after a year or whatever, she ordered. So I go and check all of my old leads, and I check in with them, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Okay. So I check in doing that stuff. I do have my hundreds list. I have my old hundreds list. I have all kinds of things. I research golf outings, any kind of like charity golf outings to where I can sponsor a hole. I look for like country clubs who are doing that sort of thing if they're doing a 50-50 raffle. I will look up anybody who's doing like any kind of charity to where I can do a basket. I do look for events. I message people about like having parties. I really am like constantly, I'm just networking. Like, I mean, I'm everything that I do, even when I leave the house, I make sure when I go to talk to somebody, like a lot of times I like to go out of the house even without my gear, but I don't wear anything that's like offensive. But I have I have my bracelets on, or my lanyard. I wear my lanyard a lot. And I go and I just say hi to people, and they look at me and they notice that lanyard, and that's something that's different. And, opening the door for someone turns into an income producing activity, basically, but anyone who is nice to me, as far as like at the grocery store or whatever, I hand them a card and I'm like, you know what? Thank you so much. I'm actually building a diamond team right now, and I really would love to have someone like you on my team. And good people are hard to come by these days, and, they get a good laugh or whatever. And, I mean, really no one's ever thrown it in my face and said, don't be nice to me. So, I just think of stuff like constantly that, if I've ordered gear, I like take the tags off of my stuff that I have ordered, and I laminate them, because those turn into little tags that I can make little like boxes or folders or whatever to go and present to business owners. It just adds a twist, to kind of decorate things. But I talk to chiropractors. What I've been doing now is I've been saving all of my empty boxes, and I turned the old diffuser box into a lead slip box, and I'm calling salons, chiropractors, massage therapists, tanning salons, and asking if I can set up a display in their place, just with my empty boxes or whatever, and put some raffle slips. And in return, I always give everyone a thank you gift. So like 4 greens on the go, a wrap or a facial wrap or whatever. And I give that to the owner or the manager or, the doctor or whatever. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much. And I think a lot of these are such good ideas. Like we get stuck behind our phones and behind our computer and say, gosh, nobody's responding to me. We have to be out looking for people. We have to be really creative on how we're going to get in front of more people, and setting up those leads boxes is genius. Like, why can't you contact, we all have salons or massage therapists or chiropractors within 30 miles of our house. We all do, every single one of us. And how many of those people have we reached out to? We always talk about how amazing hairdressers are in this business. Why are we not talking to them? Why are we not going in and saying, hey, would you mind if I set this up here, for a couple of weeks, and I would be happy to give you a week's worth of greens as a thank you, or something like that. They don't even usually care. They're like, yeah, no problem. Set it up in the bathroom or whatever. Just make sure it looks classy and looks nice, and leave your information there so that, maybe they can even take a picture of it or something if you're not able to afford Blitz cards or whatever at this point. But make sure you give them, an opportunity, a way for them to get in hold of you as well. And one thing I started doing, it pains me to write a check. Like, I hate writing checks, but when I get bills in the mail now, we have just a couple. I think True Green, our lawn care is one of them. Usually like our medical bills and stuff for the kids will come in, and there's a couple other ones. They're like maintenance stuff that will come in, and I will physically write a check. And every single time I send it out, I'm sending out Blitz cards. I've put catalogs in there and thrown a couple extra stamps on it and stuff, because you never know who's going to be opening that. And if you're one of those people opening that mail, wouldn't it be nice to have that $1 million ticket sitting in front of you and saying, giving you something interesting to read, and I guarantee you're not going to be able to get it out of your mind. So these
one thing.
Go ahead.
Well, and just like with that, the reason why I started doing that, I think because we do have so many people, and we're all like, make sure you have your hundreds list and you're messaging people and you're doing whatever. Well, at one point it was like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to show people, because no one would have a party for me. That's how this started. Triple Diamond, been doing this over 2 years, and you ready for this? Like a huge drum roll. Like, I've had 4 parties. That's it. And one of them is my launch party. It's depressing. It's sad. I hate admitting it, but I had to do things like literally, I don't get it. But I had to do things to show people, because if I'm messaging somebody, I really want you on my team. And if I'm showing them that nothing's coming in, then I'm not, what kind of a team? What kind of a leader am I? What kind of and now people are like, wow, she's really busy. She's really doing it. Like, there are so many people who, whatever. And so it was like, I switched again, that mindset of, I'm not posting for haters. I'm not posting to prove people wrong. I'm posting so that Mark Pentecost likes my posts, and I'm posting so the 100 people that I just messaged to get on my team, that I am something worthy of them being a part of, and that's what's important about all of this. I don't even, it is all about seeds planting and the fake it till you make it and stuff like that, faith it till you make it. But like, you have to give yourself some kind of depth, I guess. But that, I have people, I take pictures of like, ooh, I'm so excited. I'm so blessed that I have all of these people interested in my business. And somebody's like, man, I can't wait until I have that many loyal customers or whatever. And I'm like, girl, that's my electric bill. That's my gas bill. That's my water bill. I'm like, yeah, those people love hearing from me. And so that's it. The only thing that I don't do that to that is like the IRS, because I think it's probably illegal and that scares me. So that's the only one I don't do it.
Right. They get enough of our money. Awesome. Thank you so much, Erin. I appreciate you so much. So now that we have all of these tips, and I love our weekly Zooms because I feel myself like I always get so charged up and on fire. But one thing that we can do is to stay connected with each other. And Trisha Mayer has been having weekly work sessions with her team. Whoever can make it, can make it. They do it during the day, they do it in the evening and stuff. And this has really helped people stay connected. And Trisha, your team is absolutely rocking right now. Can you tell us a little bit about what that's done for you and your team?
Well, I kind of started it because, as both story, I guess some of you know, caterer. So I have a job 3 to 5 times a week right now. So I knew I was getting into the time that I wasn't going to have time to really do much. And I've always had a problem with feeling like I had to have my hand touching everybody. And I could never get my team together in one spot. So I was constantly meeting with every person. You know, I was meeting with 2 to 3 girls almost every day. So I was driving everywhere. So I was like, I got a new house. And I was like, I'm just going to have it every week. So not only can my team come, but they can bring guests. They can bring friends that want to hear about the product. So we turn it into a work date if nobody shows up for a party. And I do it every week. My team knows it. So I don't blow up their phones every week to see if they can come. I kind of got over that because they don't respond. So it's just, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. They know I have it. It took me a long time to realize that this is our business. So I can't force them. And it wasn't on me. So like I said, if they come, they come. And I have some people now that totally see it. And once you get those people, it makes you run a lot more. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I do try to squeeze it in when I can every day. I'm pretty firm on that. I've always said to myself and my team that it doesn't matter the pace at all. You know, if you never quit, if it takes you 20 years, you're going to get there, you know, and once you find something you love to do, I really don't think it matters how fast you get there because you're having fun along the way. So, you know, passion.
Yeah. You know, and I feel like so many people sign up for this. Like, you know, I've said before, you know, when I signed up, I'm red. You know, I looked at the income. I was looking at the products that we had our hands on. I knew people wanted this, but I didn't realize how much I needed the friendships in this business too. So don't isolate yourself. Don't think that, you know, you're bugging your sponsors or your uplines. The more we hear from you, the more you're going to be on our radar and the more time you're going to get and the faster you're going to succeed because you're going to have your cup filled up constantly. And, you know, Trisha, I just, you know, commend you for doing that. You've got a lot of life going on right now and life is good, but you're still carving out that time to make sure that you're pouring into those people. And I think that one thing, we've all had distributors sign up. Brand new in this business, or if you've been in for years like us, we've all had people that sign up and they don't do anything. You're going to have that. Let those people go. They'll come around when they're ready. Because it's all about timing in this business. I've had people sign up now twice, and this time is her time, and she is rocking, you know, but those right people are going to come, whether it's a Zoom meeting that you're having, or if you're having a meeting at your house, and it's not a training like this. It's a work session. You are messaging people. You are doing income-producing activities. Because I feel like, you know, one thing, and I think this is, Trisha, like what we've realized too, is we can train people until we're blue in the face, but we're not paid to train. If you don't know the answer, go and find it later on. But there is an endless amount of information that you can learn in this business, and it's changing every single day as we evolve with technology and different things. But we have to make sure that we are focusing on getting out there, wrapping people, booking those parties, signing up distributors, signing up customers, and we'll figure out the answers later on. Because what if you sat and did all this time of researching all this information and understanding the comp plan and policies and procedures and all this stuff? That means nothing if you're not out building your business. And so I think that's one thing, like we were doing a lot of meetings and stuff before, and now, Trisha, you guys get together and it's productive. I mean, goodness, the other day you were sitting there with, what was her name?
Miss Gina?
Gina, yeah. And she signed up, 3 loyal customers the last time you guys had your get together?
She was talking to, and that's the thing about our nights too, is that when it is a work night, it's so funny. Like we'll go 2 hours and none of us would said a word unless somebody's asking somebody else, hey, I have this girl, what should I say back to her? That's the only thing. It like, when they come over, it makes me work. And Gina was actually here tonight and she like went like an hour and a half say and didn't say a word. But at the end of it, she was so stoked because she was talking to 6 new girls just being at my house by a post that she put up today, 6 new girls. And she leaves and she's like, well, I think I did good tonight. Like she's just one of those girls. So that's the thing is when I do have work is I try to get with people because I know it's not that we're going to go hang out. They're going to make me work. They're going to fuel me to work. And I'm going to learn so many other things that they do to make their business work, and so yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And if your upline's not near you, that's okay. Get with some sideline sisters. Find some other distributors or maybe in the area that you can team up with and, hold each other accountable. I think that, maybe even having an accountability partner in this business is really helpful as well. If that's something that would work for you, you can say, hey, let's buddy up. Let's, make sure that we're being consistent and messaging or talking to people or blitzing so many times a day, and you have somebody to follow back up with. So there's many different ways you can do this, but I just wanted to say good job. And I love that you're doing that because your business is just booming right now. So thank you. Appreciate it. And I hope we have a work date soon. I know Monday we do.
And I'll also see you tomorrow with your meals.
Oh, my kids can eat. Yay! Thanks. Love you. All right. Mr. Marshall, do you mind unmuting yourself for a moment? You are a veteran in this business. You've been with us a really long time. You've had a whole lot of life happen to you as well. You have a brand new foster son that is just the sunshine and the thorn all at the same time, I'm sure. Yeah. It's a different life for you right now. And we would just love to hear maybe from you how you are able to transition and still incorporate it works, and you still have a job and you have a new son that you're taking care of and loving. What does that look like for you?
Well, it's crazy, and it's still something that I'm trying to figure out. I will say it's funny because I've had a lot of real talk with some really close friends the last couple of weeks because I've been beating my head up against the wall about my business. And, when it comes down to it, there's only one person to blame, and that's yourself. You need to stand in the mirror and you need to look at yourself and you need to say, what am I doing? And the reality is I haven't been doing a whole hell of a lot. And so once you come to that realization, then you start talking to the people that you need to talk to that are going to give you the real talk. And it's not going to give you the sugar coat of, yes, you've got life happening and you've got this new son and this and that. And last night I had a really, really good talk with one of my sidelines, and she flat out said, Marshall, don't let your why be your excuse. What the hell's wrong? And folks, everybody that knows and that has known my journey is I got into this to have a kid. And here I am 2 months in, and I'm allowing that to be my excuse. Well, I can't go to this because who's going to watch Matthew? Well, suck it up, Buttercup. You got a friggin' kid. It's not the end of the world. This is what you wanted, so do something. So a lot of it is, it comes back to the basics. It's really simple. When people tell me or message me and say, Marshall, this isn't working, I hand them the steps to success and say, what are you doing? This is what we do. What's happening? And, we have to put wraps on people. We have to hand out blitz cards. We have to follow up. And folks, I have been the king of follow-up for 15 years, and it has made me a 7-figure income earner yearly in my old business. And you know what? I haven't followed up with anybody in 3 months. Shame on me, right? So we need to follow up with people. We just don't have these stack of leads to stare at them. You know, these are people. The crazy thing is the last time I did follow-up, Jolie came over to my house, and it's probably been, I'll bet you it's been 3 months ago because it was before I got Matthew. Mm-hmm. And during that course of the 2 hours that we did follow-up, 2 people had joined the business in a year. 2 people. And they weren't on my team. And you know why they weren't on my team? Because I didn't friggin' follow up with them. So that's the biggest takeaway that I've had the last couple of weeks is, you know, I've got a stack of leads and I need to follow up with them. And I also need to talk to new people because we have to constantly be talking to new people in order to follow up with people. So with that being said, we just need to, I need to get in front of more people. We need to get in front of more people, whether it be networking events, mom-to-mom events, you know, going to school events, whatever your comfort zone is with talking to people. And even if you're not comfortable with it, find somebody that's comfortable, that can help you and can hold your hand, that can give you their belief and their willpower to get you through it. Because once you break through that fear, I promise you it's going to be a whole new world for you, because you're going to have this huge aha moment where it's going to be, wow, that just happened. And they actually gave me their contact information. I'm going to follow up with them and so on and so forth. So, you know, always have Blitz cards with you. I can't tell you the last time I handed out a Blitz card, and it's horrible. You know, I've got a team that is rocking, but thankfully I have, and I'm so grateful for it, I have amazing leadership on my team, and I still have a team that believes in me. They understand what's going on in life for me, so things are still good, but things could be so much better if I just got out of my own way. And, you know, I encourage everybody, you know, sometimes it's not your upline that you need to go to. Sometimes your sideline that you need to go to. Sometimes it's somebody else that's not on your team that you need to go to. Cammie Dempsey told me last week that I needed to get over myself. I was giving her a pity party, and she flat out looked at me and said, "Get over yourself, Marshall." Well, it's true. We need to get over ourselves. And, you know, there's no better time. And it's something that I've said for a long time, and I will be 4 years in August. And it blows my mind that I've been sitting at Diamond for 3 years, but there's only one reason. It's because of me. So with that being said, don't sit at Diamond for so long. And you know, the crazy thing is I've been down to Ruby. I've been back up to Diamond. I've been back down to Ruby. I've been to Emerald. I've been all over the board during that time. I haven't stayed at Diamond the whole time. Trust me when I tell you that. And that's okay, because I haven't given up. I'm still doing something. But you can't give up. You have to push yourself forward, because it's not your upline's responsibility to push you. This is your business. And I know this because I've owned my own business. So it's your business and you need to do it yourself. If whatever it takes, you've got to do it. And if you can't do it, find somebody that can push you to do it. That's what I got.
Oh, I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I listen to you talk all day, you know, and I just want you guys to know that it's not always rainbows and sunshines and stuff. A lot of times it is, but this is real talk. And the biggest thing that I can tell you guys is don't quit. Don't quit on yourself, and don't quit on your family, and don't quit on your why. Don't give up so easy, you know, but you might have a bad day. You might go through a storm, but it's going to pass. I promise you. And the faster you can pull your head out of your booty and see the sunshine, the better you're going to feel, and the faster these are going to pass, you know, because there's seasons in this business. If you guys all don't think that I have bad days here and there, I do, but we're human. We take things personally. When somebody, you know, maybe want to quit before they've even started in this business, I'm like, gosh, what did I do wrong? And, you know, I always, you know, look at myself. I'm like, gosh, what did I not do enough? Should I have been, like, you know, texting them more? What is the case? But at the end of the day, they don't have my heart, and they don't have my passion for this. us and it's on them, so we have to remember that. One thing that Ashley said last night, kind of going along with that, is she said that if she does have somebody that's, like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, I don't know if I'm, if I want to continue with this, she makes them either call her or meet her in person to break up with her. That's what she says, because a lot of people don't have the guts to do that. So if they have to sit down face to face with you and say why their dreams aren't worth giving this a shot, it might shake things up. And I've had other conversations with her where those people have been some of the best people on her team because they just needed a little bit of real talk. So, hold yourself accountable, reach out to somebody. We have an amazing group of leadership. I mean, we've got some powerhouses on tonight. We have probably at least 25 diamonds and above that are on the Zoom right now. And it's because we're staying consistent, we're staying filled up, and we need each other. This business, we need each other. We need to grow, we need to learn, and we need to stay connected. Another thing that she had said, just to throw another tip at you guys, is when you are signing up a new distributor, the very first thing that she does, and I love it, the very first thing that she does, as soon as they're in the system, she has her ID number and stuff, she says, all right, I need you to log in right away, fill out your tax information, and let me know that your eSuite's okay and that you're able to log in. That's it. She doesn't give them steps to success. She doesn't tell them how to go Ruby. She does nothing, because if they're not willing to even log into their eSuite and complete that tax form so it doesn't say commission qualified anymore, she says, she knows that maybe they're not the right person to take her time at that particular moment. When they're ready, they'll come back around and stuff. So I absolutely loved that. I am going to check the comments really quick on the side. Got some good books recommendations in the chat right now if you guys want to take some screen grabs of those really quick. It's been hard to sign distributors. Any suggestions on about how to get them? You just have to have passion. You need to ask them, what would you like to do if time and money were never an issue? What is your goals and your dreams? Whatever it is, people have something. They usually want more. God bless the people that are, working, and we need our nurses and our doctors and our accountants and all those people and stuff. But why not have a plan B? Why not have some extra income so that you can have a little more money left at the end of the month versus a little more month left at the end of the money? So a lot of people are still living paycheck to paycheck and are looking for an opportunity, and they might be not the people that you think that would be on your team. So make sure that you guys are just sharing your passion and asking, what would you be interested in making some extra money? Maybe get them as a loyal customer first, because my loyal customers, I promise you, are my best distributors because they believe in the products. Do you suggest Facebook, Instagram? What do you recommend? You just have to do you. That is totally a personal preference. I am not an Instagram girl. I post pictures on there. I respond to the maybe one or two people that are not at Works distributors that like it, and that's it. Facebook's my social media, but I am belly to belly. Quincy's been having a lot of school stuff. Obviously, it's end of the year, so we had a picnic today. It works head to toe. I had Blitz cards with me, meeting with moms and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness, we need to get the kids together this summer. Let me give you my card. I'm giving them a Blitz card. I'm getting their information in my phone. They now have my card. We're now friends on Facebook. We've seen each other all year long, but not maybe had an opportunity to sit down and talk to each other. So they trust me. They see, how we are with our kids and that kind of stuff. So that's huge, you guys. Hand out your card. Say, hey, get a hold of me. Let's let our kids play this summer. Guess what? Seed planted. I got some new friend requests today, which is good. Let's see here. Meredith also has an amazing, I'm just going to read it for you guys because some of you are on the phone right now. So Meredith says, don't go looking for distributors. Go out looking for lives to save. And remember, nobody will join your team if they don't trust you. If you're not passionate about this, our products, not a person of good character, if you're not consistent and you're not an uplifting, trustworthy, positive person showing progress with your own health and wellness, people will not join you. Would you join anyone without these characteristics? I know I wouldn't. and I didn't. Hope that helps. So thank you, Meredith, for sharing that. I couldn't have said that better. That is so true. So make sure you guys are thinking about that when you're posting and talking to people and, showing people your journey. I stole a post from Riley Loria this morning. I wrapped last night, but I woke up. First thing I do is usually grab my phone, make sure there's no emergencies or anything. And I seen this post. It was the first thing that I seen. And it said, oh my gosh, I woke up with a flat stomach this morning. This is amazing, blah, blah, blah. That simple post, I edited it. Don't ever just cut and paste and copy and paste, but I edited it. And I had 3 or 4 inboxes by the time I got home from Quincy's program from people that I never even talked to about this. And it was just a simple post. My stomach is not flat by any means. However, I had results. I'm a work in progress. I'm willing to be vulnerable and put myself out there and say that, no, I'm not a size 2 or a size 4 or a size 6, but I will be because I'm being more consistent and watching what I'm putting in my mouth, and people want to follow you on that journey. Let's see here. Going on about products and passion. Yeah, Erin's pretty amazing. So is Marshall. So is Trisha. Let's see here. All right, I think that's it. Thank you so much, you guys. I just want to make sure I don't miss any questions. I'm sorry, it takes me a minute to read.
All right. While you were reading,
Yeah.
I do want to, just to go back to, the I can't find DTs things or whatever. Again, what Ashley Sinclair said last night is that she was just like, and I can relate to that, just really, really, really excited about this. Like, she had a meeting with someone, and in that meeting, the girl, because Ashley was so excited about it and showed excitement and everything, Ashley was like, I don't even know what this stuff does. I'm just real happy about it, and I'm real excited. And the girl was like, I will do this with you because I want to make money, and you just have to answer me one question. Why do you have saran wrap in your purse? And, and that's it. Like I used one wrap, and I was like, whatever. I saw the income chart, and I saw everybody's excitement. And that's what did it for me. That's what I said to people. I'm like, this is exciting. Come do this with me, And that's what that's what I still tell people, like, this is exciting. Come do this with me. And, like Meredith said, you're not getting DTs. You're changing people's lives. You're adding people to your business. And, you do need to lead by example. But along with the hundreds list, Kyler Pentecost did a Periscope a while ago, and he called it like the hit list. And it was like, think of all the places you used to work. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't know 100 people. If you can think of the places that you used to work, if you can think of, if churches, schools, like all this stuff, then all these names start popping up. But really, think about the qualities that you want to have on your team, because then when you reach out to those people, you can say, here are, like Ashley Sinclair said, here are the 12 things I love about you. And this is what I want to be on my team, and that makes it so much easier. People still tell her no. People still tell me no all the time, every day. But at least you're not going, have you tried the crazy wrap thing? And then you have no idea where you're going after that. So it's the quality, put the quality down, and then the quantity comes. And, if you're not an Instagram person, if you're not a Facebook person or whatever, be the belly to belly person. Be the one who just goes out and says hi, put your lanyard on and just go say hi to people, because, we have a lot to, I like to think of this business as a marathon, and we need to train for it. And, learn how to do this business first before you start adding stuff on social media that you don't know what the hell you're doing. Because I still don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I hashtag crap all the time, and I don't know. Literally, I do, like, I hashtag that crap, and I don't even think that's real. So just but that's it. They're not DTs. These are people that are going to change your lives, because I'm telling you right now, and I say this, and this is no joke, I'd be dead if it wasn't for this business.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this business does, is it saves people's lives.
Can I just piggyback what Erin just said for a quick second?
Yes, please.
So I think that for me, what Erin said was perfect. So when I go about signing DTs, I think to keep it super simple for me is think about why you joined. You joined for a reason. There was no, trick that made you sign up. You signed up because something personal for you made you want to become a distributor. With Erin, she put one wrap on, she saw that income chart, and that's what did it for her. So when she talks to people, she gets that wrap on them, they get great results. That's what she goes with. For me, I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. So when I have somebody that, maybe is talking about becoming a stay-at-home mom, or they're pregnant, or they just had a baby, or, that I know that's what their goals are. That's what I lead with. It's remember why you became a distributor and go with that, because your story is going to relate to people. So if you became a distributor because you needed extra money, lead with that. If you became a distributor because it helped you, because the products helped you, lead with that. Whatever your story is going to be so powerful that people are going to relate to you. And I think I sign more DTs with my personal story than with anything else.
People buy from you. People want to see you. They trust you. They're not joining this business. They could join with anybody, but they're joining it because of you and your passion and your belief, and they want to join because of you. And that was one thing that Ashley said last night as well. She owned a successful boutique. She was the one that owned the bridal shows that you would pay the $500-600 to attend the show. She was that girl. She had that built-in trust. People seen her be successful because of who she was, and they didn't even question joining It Works or not. They knew to copy the right cats. And the same thing is going to go for each and every one of you, because you guys are, I feel like we teach people how to be better people. You're more thoughtful, you have more caring posts, things like that and stuff. So that is going to grow over time, and it's only going to continue to get better and better for you guys. And thank you, Bree. I love you. All the way out in Rhode Island. I love your accent. I knew who it was right away. It didn't pop up on my screen, but I'm like, that's Miss Bree. I know who that is. I took screen grabs of the books that were in here. I hope I got a few of them, but we can add them in the thread as well. And I also grabbed Meredith's little quote there as well, because I absolutely love that. Kristen had something in here that I wanted to mention for those of you that can't see this. Oh, somebody had said something about the wraps, and they asked their doctor, and the doctor said, oh, they're really, they're probably more harm than good. Who cares? Your doctors, they don't know the science. If they actually sat down with Louise or Dr. Don, they would be floored and they would be blown away. My doctor, I had to get a new one because she told me not to go to the chiropractor because chiropractors were hoax. I tell you guys, if I get a headache, the first thing I typically do is go see my chiropractor, because no medicine, no prescription, nothing is going to get rid of it faster than going to see my chiropractor, coming home and taking my greens, throwing some lavender on my head and going to bed. Like, that is what cures that for me. And so what? Move on. That's one person. If they don't want to try the wraps, say, hey, we have an amazing skincare line. Would you like to try some cleanser and toner? You're going to thank me this summer, so figure that stuff out. Don't just focus on the wraps. We have 30 other products. But like Kristen Leslie said, have her tell you what the negatives and positives are. And I can guarantee you can turn around those negatives into positives. And I couldn't agree more. And the longer you're in this business, it took me a while, but the longer you're in this business, the more your confidence is going to grow. And the more you're going to understand how, crazy, insane what we have our hands on. But I just want to say thank you. Does anybody else have anything that they would like to add before we hop off? No? Okay. Well, thank you so much, you guys. Like, I am on fire right now. So I just want to say thank you, everybody that shared tonight. And thank you for taking the time to invest in your business. And now I challenge each and every one of you to make sure that you message 5 people before you go to bed, and make sure that you like, love, and comment on 5 people's posts before you guys go to bed as well. It's only 5 people. You can do it. And just, have that activity and be putting one foot in front of the other, and we believe in you. If you guys need anything, don't be afraid to message us. We are here to help you and to help guide you along the way. So thank you so much, you guys. Happy June 8th. And we will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Good night.